Today is high press and high rollback or big rollback, and we started in we stopped here last time in this low rollback, and we're going to do a high press, and then we rotate the hands, yin yang palms again, and then we shift back and do this big rollback or high rollback, and then you can do press at the end. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, so from rollback, the low rollback, we kind of looked at this, and it can be on the inside, but if you're going to take the arm, it's going to look like that. Now, his counter for that is to just drop his shoulder and drop his elbow. So I do same in kind. I drop my right elbow. I'm going to take his left hand and just push it in his face, literally. So this hand becomes full. So this is high press from this grab, and he just neutralizes it. So a lot of people have this lock. It's very common in all systems. So the best counter is just for him to relax. And he can even step back, right? And I just follow him through with this. So this is going to change. You know, my right arm becomes full here, and now it's my left arm is going to become full. Notice I'm just going to follow his retreat. So that's kind of the transition from the last one. To get into high press, we can look at a number of things. One is this lock I just showed here, and the press is going to look like that. So if he grabs my arm, you can break it off and then just pin it right into his body. And this is still high press. If he grabs this arm, you just relax and drop it, and that'll give you his elbow. See it? And this can go to his face. This is offensive. In terms of martial, you know, it's not as defensive as rollback. Rollback is the defensive, this is the offensive attack. So that's it. If you're looking at both hands, you can come under here and just do it this way from a grab. You've really got so many options. If you grab same side grab, you could just hit him with that, and then just lift this right up and get him off you that way. So that's what we're looking at when we come to a punch. If he punches with his right in this high press, this is your parry, see it? So you're going to just peel him out this way. So you're going to roll the forearm across his elbow this way to get this angle. You don't want to come up this way. All he has to do is fold. That's my neck. That's no fun. So you're going to come up, and we call this crossing in Bagua, where you lift the palm up and you look at it, and then you start to rotate the hand. But for us, what we do is just shift forward and insert the backhand right into the shoulder. So for a puncher, you kind of stand up a little bit, and you have to do it a little quicker. When that punch comes in, you just see it. You just get out of the way and come in with this left hand. So for a hook, if he hooks with his other hand, you can just drive this right in. And now you're going to hit him with your elbow. This is still blocking. This is going to go right into his nose or his throat. So that's high press from a punch. From a grab around the waist, we can look at just peeling the head out with this first one. And this one's going to hook under the armpit. And as I shift forward, I'm going to turn a little bit in this, because I'm going to absorb him down this way and then just rotate out that way. So this can help you drop down. When you do the form, don't lift the shoulder, but drop it into your right hip joint, and then that'll stabilize this with the right leg. So again, as he grabs, you just absorb, project, like that. This will keep you from doing that. You don't want that. You want to go like that. Okay, so that's high press from the three. It'll work on a kick too, but he's got to kick pretty high and we can't. So let's look at rollback, the big rollback now. So again, from two hands, it's a little bit like we looked at before, but with this one, you have a little more rotation, so you can get something that looks like this. You get kind of a lock underneath the arm and then break it this way. See the angle? So from high press, you're going to do this. You see it? So like that. That's the break now. And then you have this high rollback, which is going to do that. Again, kind of like the low rollback, but you're going to just break it and come across. Now, the problem with this one, of course, is you get this break, he still has his right arm. So that's what this is for. And you just hit him with that. And this becomes yin. Okay, because otherwise, if I'm still too strong in this arm, he can just push me without, see? But if I relax this arm, oh, I get that one. So, that was from the double grab, is that what you did? Let's do single grab. See it? So again, this can loop around here. The break is going to happen here. And then you've got this chop, this big roll back. So you have a lot of releases. See the release? You can also just take the thumb and put it in the arm, right at the elbow. That'll help you with the release. And then you can get your lock here as well. So this is all this stuff. If he hooks with his, you can see it again. And now instead of the fingers going in, you're going to use your elbow to attack the spleen. Then you have a nice break here. So if he's hanging out there, you just snap it. And then go right into your rollback. And again, if he does a 1-2 inside, 2 inside 1, 2, you just try to track it this way. See? And if you can hit him as you go by, that's really nice. You may or may not be able to do that. From a straight, you can do it too. Like I said, from this high press, you're just going to roll it out. So you see it really clear, and then he does another straight with his other hand. Same. So you can practice either one of those drills, they work fine. From around the waist, he grabs, so what I'm going to do is peel his head out this way into rollback. See this? So I'm reaching around his head, this is his face with my left fingers, and I peel the head around this way. See it? So when he comes, I'm going to kind of turn to absorb this pressure. He's pushing on me. So I have to turn and drop my hand right across his face. And then I just shift back. I won't need this right arm too much. But it's there in case he tries to struggle. I can just drop it onto his neck or his collarbone. And it can hurt. Or I can just do a compression lock. Or I can press this into his neck and choke him out. That's good. The push hands versions now for these. These are really everywhere in push hands, so really good to know these in the push hands scenario. Which he pushes with this hand, and I'm going to drop and ground it into my front leg, and then just push out with my left. See it? So this is yin, this becomes yang. So his pressure has to go, I have to bring it to yin to allow this to be yang. So his pressure is making my yang. That's what I'm trying to say. So as the pressure goes in, he goes out. See it? So you really have to sit in this right hip joint to make that possible. The next one is the big rollback. And he's going to push with the other arm. And basically you do the same. You're just going to make this arm yin, which is my left, and make it kind of go forward to the diagonal. As that happens, I just take my right arm and just put it right under his rib. He's big, you know, so on a smaller guy you can actually use the shoulder too. But he's a little bit big, so I'll get a little bit under his arm. But it works either way. Just don't do that, because now you're double yin, and you've broken yin and yang, which means you have no principles, no Tai Chi anymore. So you have to keep Tai Chi by yin creating yang. Okay, good.